We always want more. I will buy mobile if it has best camera, excellent memory, and is cheap. Likewise, companies want to enhance sale by attracting various categories, say women or children or even senior citizen. To make decisions in such scenario, Excel provides an OR formula. Let us take a look. Hi. In the previous video of logical functions, we have studied if. But the problem with if is it can do only one check or one test. For example, if the price of the mobile is below 10,000, because that's my project. So what will I do? If it is below 10,000, I buy it. If not, I don't buy it. So it's a clear cut one test and two outcomes, either purchase or not purchase. But in real life, in many a times, we are not satisfied with one test. We always want more and more. For example, a simplest example of multiple tests could be passing in an exam, right? Let's say there are five subjects, let's say three languages, and say science and maths. So there are five different subjects. But the problem is, passing is you have to pass not only based on the aggregate or total marks, you have to pass in all individual subjects. That means for your result or the answer of the test, logical test to come as pass, you should have passed in all three languages and in maths and in science. That means when you are carrying out multiple tests and when you want that each one must give a satisfactory result. Okay. So what do you say? You should pass in maths and you should pass in science and you should pass in English and you should pass in Marathi and you should pass in German. So this is a logical function and which evaluates a number of tests and it gives the answer true if it passes all the tests. Let's take a simple example. I'm just going to write something over here 34, all right, and 45 and 60. Right? Let me just make this a little bigger for easier viewing. Okay, let's say these three are marks in three different subjects and we want to just apply one test for and, right? So I will go about writing the formula is equal to and I simply write the three tests. What is the test? First test is this particular cell. It must be more than 35. Why? Because 35 is the passing we have decided. So we just check whether this particular subject marks are more than 35 or not. Then I put a comma. I put second test. What is the second test? Marks in this subject should also be more than 35. Right? So this is my second test. I put a comma and I can put a third test. Yes. Mark in the third subject should also be more than 35. Right? That's it. I end my formula. Actually, you could go on with more and more. Like here it is three subjects, you could have five subjects or 10 subjects. And in each one, you must score more than 35. So F8. So how do you write the formula? Equal to and F8 is more than 35. F18 is more than 35. G18 is more than 35. And H18 is more than 35. Now, if all these are more than 35, then you will get the answer true. So what do you expect to get here? False. Why is that so? Because in one particular subject marks are below 35. Shall we change it and see? Let's make it 39, right? And enter. Now marks in all three subjects are more than 35. So you got the answer true. That's how and works. Okay. Similarly, we have another formula or. Now what is that or? What is that or? Sometimes there are multiple tests, but any one would do in real life. Sometimes any one would do. For example, if I'm buying something, I would like it to be below some value. It has to be below 500 rupees. If I'm going to have a lunch, it has to be below 500 rupees because I don't want to spend more than 500 rupees. That is okay. But supposing it is 600, 700, will I spend it? Then I can put another condition. Yes, it must be extraordinarily good. Then I don't mind paying another 200. So, what do I check? Is the lunch extraordinarily good? Then I can pay. Then I will buy it. Or if it is below 500, I'll buy it. So in either of the cases, either the value of the lunch should be below 500 or it has to be damn good. Only in that case, I'm going to purchase or I'm going to have lunch. So that's a or. So in or, you carry out multiple tests and the formula is exactly like and and you keep on putting the multiple tests. But if anyone, because the very word how we use English, either they should be there or that should be there or that should be there, that means anyone gives me true, I will go for it. So I will say yes, right? So let us put a simple test over here. I'm going to put age. Let's say I'm going to put age below 6 and okay, age below 8 and age 45. Let us say these are ages, right? I'm not writing it because I'm just explaining the concept to you. Okay. So what I want is what I want is the age should be which is written over here. Okay, let me just remove this. One is good enough. Okay, so this is the age. Now I want it either below 8 or I want it above 60. Okay, once again, what do I want? Age should be, okay, let me type it so that there's no confusion. Either below 8 or above 60. Okay. So let me make this also a bit bigger so that it's clear, right? So this particular age, okay, this particular age must be, this age must be either below 8 or above 60. What happens? In real life, this is also a real life example. Let's say for kids below 8 we get 50% concession, and for senior citizens like me, that is above 60, you also get 50% concession. Okay, so whether either this test meets or this test meets is checked by using a formula or. So what do? I go on writing or, put a bracket over here, and the logical test, this is the age. I check it. Is it below 8? That is my first test. Is F18 below 8? That is my first test. And I'll put, because I want to check, is it below 8? Or same thing again, F18, is it above 60? Likewise, I have put both the tests. F18 is below 8 and second test is F18 is above 60. So if any one of these is true, I'm going to get the answer as true. So here, is it below 8? Yes. Obviously, it can't be above 60, but below 8 is yes. So I'm going to get the answer true. Okay. Now, let's change it. Let me put it 15 or 21, right? Now, is 21 below 8? No. All right. Is it above 60? No. So now, if we enter here, you're going to get, what is this? It simply means that the length of width of the column is small. That's it. So now we got false. That means what? Look at the formula over here. This 21 is neither below 8 nor above 60. So we got the answer as false. Now, how do we apply this formula and or? Because they are going to give us answer true or false. So in real life situation, we don't want the answer true or false, right? We want the answer to be used somewhere. That means what? Uh, if the age is below 8, the concession should be given. So the ticket should be a half, right? or the ticket should be full. So we don't want to write true or false. So what usually is done is this test of and or, which means multiple tests, is put inside if in the first part, which is the test part. Okay. And then value if true or value if false is given. So in short, and or functions are usually combined with some other functions, popularly with if. It can also be combined with other functions. We'll take a look at it. Anyway, I have explained the whole lot of thing and also its usage here. And now actually let's take a look at the example. We can just rush through it. All right. So now here is a simple example, like I had told, name and physics, chemistry, maths, and total. Okay, and we want to know whether it is pass or fail. So how do we? What is the test? Like I had said here, just look at the formula. You'll be able to make it out very clearly. Okay, there are three subjects: physics, chemistry, and maths. So C14 should be greater than 35, D14 should be greater than 35, and E14 should be greater than 35. If all these three are greater than 35, then value if true. What is value if true? It is written pass over here. Please note, any text which is given as value, it is always given under two double quotes. Okay, start with a double quote for a text and end with a double quote after the text. When it's a number value, you just put the number. When it's a textual value, it's called string in programming languages, put double quote before and double quote later. So value if true, that means if all three subject marks are more than 35, he is going to pass. And value if false, obviously if he has got less in any one subject, the answer would be fail. Yes, this fellow has failed. Why? He's got less than 35 marks here in physics. And same way you could see for all. So that is an example for and here is an example for or. It is just like I had explained. What is the rule? Here is the rule. If the gender is female, that means for all ladies. Okay, or the age is below 8, that means for all children, that means for all children whose age is below 8, that is one condition. Or if it's a lady, that is another condition. So if any one of the condition is true, then we would like to give him a concession and the ticket would be 50. In all other cases where it is neither below 8 and it is nor neither female, then the ticket would be 100. And that's it. It's a simple formula. As you can see here, if and the or formula is put inside if, like I had explained. Okay, what is done here? If formula is outside and within the test part of if formula. What is the test part of if formula? This is the test part of if formula. Okay, sorry, all the way up to here. In the test for part of if formula, we put or and put both the tests. Or first test is B25 should be equal to female, comma. Second test is C25 should be less than 8. And in case either this is true or this is true, then value if true, the ticket is going to be 50. Okay, or if not, the ticket is going to be 100. That's it. That's value if false. And you can see the formula is written over here. Okay, here. If inside if we are written or B5 is equal to female, that is the first test, comma, C5 less than 8, that is the second test, and this entire thing together is written in a function or, which is going to give true or false. If it is true, we have got the ticket as 50, or we have got the ticket as 100. That's it. Now let's take a look at combined functions. Now what is a combined function? This we could simply take an example, because what is done is we could put different functions together in a combined manner. So now here let us directly jump to the rule. What is the rule of tickets? Okay, there is a separate rule for males and separate rule for females. That means for males, the ticket is going to be either 50 or 100. For children, it is 50, and for above 8, it is 100. But for females, it's a different rule. So for females, it is they are giving more concession. For below 8, the ticket is 30, and above 8, the ticket is 60. So that means what? Let us say if there was only one rule that for below 8 it is 50 or 100, as we have just checked earlier, we could use simply one if, okay, and we would have got the answer. Yes, but for males we got different rule and for females we got different rule. So what do? We combine the if. What do we do is first check if a person is male or not. If a person is male, apply the first if. That means in the value if true of the first check, whether it's a male or not, write another if. So it's a nested if. That means one if inside another if. Okay. All right. And in the value if true, we simply check whether it is below 8. If it is below 8, the ticket is 50. If it is not, ticket is 100. That's it. And in value if false, exactly we have learned the earlier formula, apply the same formula, but the ticket you will put 30 or 60. That's it. So let's take a look at the formula. Okay, I'm clicking here and you can see the formula here very clearly. Yes. So as you can see, two highlighted cells. The first if is checking whether B16, what is B16? This is B16. Whether B16 is male or not. If it is male, all right, that means value if true, you come to this part and now check these two cells. If it is below 8, that means if C16, now this is C16 is the age. If it is below 8, make the ticket as 50 or make the ticket as 100. So we have written cells as C8 and C9. Okay, don't hard code. I had explained last time, don't put the values 50 and 100. Put the cell references. And when we are putting cell references, we are putting absolute references. So you'll see here $C $8 and $C $9, right? So put a comma after that. That means if a person is not a male, that means the first test has turned out to be false. Carry out another test for the age exactly in the same way, but the answers would be given in D8, which is 30, or D9, which is 90. That's it. It's a simple formula. For you to see it clearly, I have put the formula over here. Yes. If B9 is equal to male, all right. If value of true, then do this check whether it's below 8 or not. If it is below 8, the value would be given in C8. If it is false, not below 8, it would be given in C9. And same way, if it is not a male, then comma and put another if, and again check whether the value is below 8, and then it would be the cells which are relevant as D8 and D9 for females, right? So beautifully now we have combined two things. One is whether it's a male or female, and then if it is a male, we have applied another if for its age. If it is a female, we have applied another results again for the same test of age below 8 or above. It's simple, isn't it? All right. More in the following videos. See, there can be n number of combinations of various formulas, okay? And the results can be fascinating, and you could use it very, very effectively to do quite complicated decision making. That's it. I hope you liked it. Please do practice and cover real life examples. I will be coming up in the following videos with real life applications of various combinations of formulas by giving real life examples, and it will be very handy. That's it. And yes, if you find this useful, click the like. If you wish to catch several such videos, hit subscribe. For notifications, ring the bell and share this so that others too can watch. Bye.